They like to do all that talking and stuff, man. I don't want to do all that.
I don't either, man. So that's part of what I'm going to ask you is I lose the ability to negotiate once emotion and adrenaline is involved. So I'm like, who the fuck do we have? Because I know Chris is the same way too.
Yeah.
And like, who do we have that can teach us a little bit, or what's the next step into this grudge thing? Because half of it is what steps, knowing your race, knowing your opponent, putting the right steps together, and obviously the car stuff that we have covered. But starting with just stipulations and all that stuff is really hard, man.
Stipulations alone, you will lose a lot. Don't even want to race. Because, for instance, like the what was that Friday? We got paid punk out just because somebody didn't.
Yeah, G minor, right?
Yeah, he didn't understand the steps.
No, he understood them. He just backed out because he get beat.
That too. And I think that's why you have a DP man. So Supreme was the DP man for that race, and he didn't have, it's not in the steps, so you have to go by the steps. And that's one thing with these steps is like, and I learned that too just from like, I treat this shit like football.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I watch film in and out. Any car we about to race, man, they'll tell you, I watch that shit like over. I'm talking after one race, we go to the house after hours.
That's how you beat it up, though.
That's how video. Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's basically I'm instilling that in them because now when I get home, I hear them playing the video over and over too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yes, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear them watching that shit 10, 15 times just to see how you getting better. And Rob do the same thing. He'll go back and like, damn, I could have got a little bit better on that light. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I feel like I bring to the table is like, just trying to instill some stuff that I learned growing up, and I just basically trying to instill into them too. Like, this shit is like, we not racing for fun. It's money on the line. So it's like, I take this shit serious.
So I will say that watching you guys out there on Friday, but some people think that I was a weapon that you guys brought out Friday,
Right.
but I wouldn't advise it out there. I came out there because I wanted to see what things were doing.
Right.
Although the world thinks that you guys brought me out there on purpose.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. But I watched your program to kind of see how you guys operated. And because what you see online is not what is
Reality.
right? So what you see online is you guys just show up, race, do all the talking. But what I was impressed about was the amount of data collection. The way you guys moved, the way you guys operated was a legitimate racing team. And I think that that's what makes you guys so lethal is everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, we gotta be, because everybody got a job. So it's like, it ain't no egos, ain't nothing like that when it come down to it. So
it was badass to watch.
Yeah.
And hats off to you guys, because it's, for us at like a race event, it operates the same way. We just don't have money on the line. We have pride and ego. So to see the same characteristics carry over in a grudge world was pretty impressive. And you guys got a really good program going on. So I thought that was awesome to see everything that you guys do.
So how long did it take for you guys to like get the team, get the vibe down? Like how many races, how many times you get your ass whooped?
man, when we first,
How many times you get stipulations put on these?
it wasn't even a step they was getting us, man. Well, let's start off how we met. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's start off how we met. Yeah.
Let's hear that.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Okay, what happened? So we got a mutual buddy who like hang TVs and stuff like that. And so Peanuts, he had just got his car done. Crazy, talking shit, he on his high horse. But he fresh there, so he don't really know anybody. So this is when I was driving a car.
Yeah.
When I was doing all the road racing and all that other stuff. So I'm thinking I got like the fastest. Hey, think he the baddest person on the world. So, he talking shit to my buddy, and my buddy was like, I got somebody for your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So
he called me and his car was done by Tommy, which you know, I've been dealing with Tommy for so long. I know any and everything for the most part coming out the shop.
Yeah.
So I seen him. I've been seeing him running around racing, doing this thing. But my buddy called and he talking so much shit, like, whatever you got, I drag it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just letting him talk. And I'm like, oh, okay, you got the red one, huh? You got this done, this done, this done, this done. He like, how the fuck you know what I got done on my car? How do you know? And I'm like, look, motherfucker, all my plaques is in the shop that you just got done, all your shit done there.
Yeah.
And at that time I had an F body and I was a big turbo F body and I was gonna fucking just ransack. Put him in the bag, take a nice amount of money, because he's like, we could do it for whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like,
Okay.
okay, motherfucker. You gonna learn. You gonna learn. Because this when he was fresh in the world, so he didn't know nothing about nothing. So I could have got him easily for, at that time, I could have told him 20 grand and he would have brought it and I would have just took 2 grand from him that easy.
Yeah, it wasn't like Tommy didn't introduce it. Nope.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me like, that's Rob, this is his car, blah, 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 or whatever. So you know what I'm saying, I came from Baltimore and I'm like, damn, who am I gonna take my car to get faster? You know, I had like, leaving Baltimore, I had just, the only thing I did was straight pipe the car. It was loud. I'm like, okay, I like it like that. And then I was trying to figure out where I'm gonna take the car to get done. And I think I was looking at the Hennessy package at first.
Oh yeah.
And I moved to Arizona and then I found Tommy.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me let Tommy do it. I met Tommy, he did the build or whatever. And then the car was fast. And then what happened after that? I think I lost 2 road races to like a Mustang. I was literally paying these dudes just to race. Like, this same dude beat me like 3 times. And I was like, look, try that again. Try it again. We messed up on something. And Tommy like, are you downshifting the car? I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He was like, put it in fucking 3rd gear and then you floor it. I was like, oh, I was racing in fucking regular drive. He was like, no, but downshift the car and put it at 3rd gear and then you fire. Let me get that again. Let me get that.
So all the time they like 500. He like 500.
Yeah, I'm basically like racing these same dudes just to like see if my car is getting faster. And I lost to the same Mustang like 3 times. I probably paid this dude probably like 3 grand just to like basically test the car. So I'm like, Tom, I gotta go fast. He was like, your car is fast, but how are you driving? I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm just fucking going out. He like, put in 3rd gear. I tried 3rd gear and I still lost. I'm like, I need more. So he was like, okay, look, we gonna go to this. We gonna do this. And I kept getting beat.
So was he the one collecting the 500? Was he the one that kept getting?
It was somebody else.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was somebody else. And
I would have hit him for more than 500.
yeah. So I'm literally calling you like, look, can you race tonight? He was like, no, my car gonna be done. We'll do. So it got to the point where I was just like, look, Tommy, I need my car to go fast. He was like, how fast do you want your car to go? Your car is fast. You just not driving right. But it got to the point where I was just like, fuck it. They was like, you're not gonna be able to beat that car. And I was like, fucking how? So we just kept going over different type of strategies and everything. And then the dude that I was trying to race, he ended up burning his car down. So
Oh shit.
I never got the chance to road race him again. But yeah, we were just trying different setups to beat this one car. But it got to the point where the car it wasn't hooky anymore. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna take it to the track. And then Rob was like, let me drive it. I'm like, shit, go ahead. And he took it to the track and he drove and I was like, okay. And he was like, you need to learn how to drive it. And I was like,
The problem is you, oh boy.
and he made me drive at the track one time and he was like, and I can show you the video, I did the burnout. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I don't fucking know. So he basically was coaching me how to drive on the track. And then it got to the point where I was like, how about you drive the car? And I seen him drive the car. I was like, you the driver of the car now. I don't need to drive. I could learn how. You about this? I can learn how to talk and do all the other stuff. So, like I said, like I just watched film of the Grudge racing stuff, and he'll send me videos like, we need to start doing this and start doing that. I'll be honest, we was time chasing at first.
Yeah.
And then got to a point he was like, let's not time chase no more. Let's just let's go out there and Grudge. I was like, I don't know about that, but it got to the point. He was like, we can make some money if you want to.
Exactly.
If you really want to do it, and it was like, and I was like, let's do it. And then
Yeah.
Because without it, man, you're just spending money on a car for a time,
yeah,
right?
I respect anybody that take their car to the track because it's a fucking money pit. You go out there, you break the shit, take it to the shop, you get it fixed.
Fucking headache.
It's a fucking headache. So
Except for Chris, he's like, no, keep breaking your shit.
and that's the thing with Tommy, he was like, you're gonna break stuff. I was like, I don't want to break nothing. So we built the car so it doesn't break. We did the suspension, we did everything that we could so the car doesn't break. Knock on wood. That Tommy's like, I'm surprised the car ain't broke yet.
Yeah.
We thought we was gonna break it. I was expecting to break the car at X2K.
Yeah.
So I was like, if it's gonna break, it's gonna break on this.
On TJ.
Oh yeah,
TJ
it's gonna break on this. It's gonna break on his part, but it didn't break out there. I was like, I guess it could take the power. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. How many years have you been Grudge racing now? What year was that?
Now me, I've been Grudge racing for a while now. It's like,
But for y'all too.
Yeah, for you, do
well, us too.
when did
Then we start taking it real seriously? It was probably earlier this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when we started taking
So
it serious.
the communication between you guys, you seem like you got something figured out to where he's studying, he's sending you videos. Y'all coming up with steps that way to where you're watching your opponents or your would-be opponents. And then how does that work?
Okay, so he usually the step man. So he usually come up with all the steps and he'll send them to me. And I'm either gonna be like, nah, change this, change this, change this. We ain't doing it like this, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, he the step man. We just go off of that. So the thing with our team is, for the most part, everybody got their own little job, you know what I'm saying? So for instance, we'll have one person on like suspension. We'll have another person make sure that this, and that done. So we'll have like a whole list of things to go through when we get to the track for stuff like that. So without a team, I feel like you will never be successful.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt.
With a good at least 2-3 solid people on your race team, you will never be successful.
So that's what I was figuring out, and I was talking to Chris a little bit more about like getting into a little bit more of the Grudge racing, but it doesn't seem like you can do it on your own, really.
okay.
You get handed to you. Like, I mean,
You're gonna lose a lot of fucking money. A lot.
Yeah.
Why is that though? Why can't you do it on your own?
Because your head's already racing from the race that you got coming. So it's a million things you got to check before you do the race. You got to check this, you got to check that, you got to check this, you got to check that. You're going to forget something or something not going to.
Somebody's going to get in your head.
Yeah. And that's my thing. And see, because it's like, I look at it like the angel and the devil, because it's like when he talking to you about the race or the Grudge race, he want to kind of massage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the nice guy. He want to talk, have conversation. I don't want to do all that.
Just want to race.
I just want to race. Like if I come to you, I'd rather just ask you like, yo, what's up? You want to race? Not him. Hey, what's up, man? You got a nice build. I don't want to do all that. I just want to look. You either want to race or you don't. I don't want to do all the extra talk. So it's kind of good because, like I said, I give him so much time to kind of talk to him, massage him. So I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Is we racing or what?
Yeah. So that works out. Good cop, bad cop.
Basically.
Yeah.
Perfect example. So.
Interesting. Because we were talking a little bit about that. Because I mean, I think one of the things we're going to do is next year we're going to take it really seriously about getting in a Grudge, right? And one of the things is like under pressure, like talking shit, like being able to, setting up stuff beforehand. Totally good at that. It's when you arrive, man, it's like you said, focused on the car, focused on cutting the light, focused on tire pressure, focused on whatever.
And that's the thing, because like I could be over there talking to somebody, but I got my team over at the car making sure everything good. So even when I get to talking my shit, I can go straight to the car, suit up, go race.
That's a good point, Chris.
Yeah. So to try to get to a point where it's like, I want to take the pressure off of him. I want him just to be focused on the race. That's what I learned too. From watching the Grudge scenes, like some of the drivers, they don't do no talking. They just they focus on they ready to race. So I'm like, if I can make sure he do less talking, he's worried about the race, then I got to do the talking. I want to make sure he's focused on the race and he's in the car and stuff like that. Yeah, we came out losing.
Oh, we was getting our ass.
We was getting our ass.
We was getting our shit handed to us.
Yeah,
or came out.
Yeah, we came out losing, and it had been a couple of times where it was like when we first came out, the car would not go down the track.
Mm.
It was knocking the
So
tires
the
off.
car, you think? Like it is the first time when you guys paired up, and it was the car that was the issue.
It was the car.
It wasn't really just the car. It was us. It's because as the faster you go, it's a learning process, and you gotta. It's more and more you gotta learn to do, take on, do this, do that. You gotta make sure the suspension's set right. It was just a headache. So like I said, when we came out, bro, it was bad.
So you had car problems. You were learning the game.
I ain't necessarily gonna say learning the game. We was learning the car.
Learning the car.
Okay. So what would you tell two guys that have the car, just plural, and are jumping into the game?
I would say just basically make sure the driver is focused on the race, and the people the other team is making sure the car is ready for him to go down the track.
And test.
And
test. And then I mentioned tests.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where we just came out thinking like,
came out kind of cocky.
Yeah.
Came out.
The car's gonna work anywhere. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do on any type of surface and all that. And that wasn't it. It was mostly like you need to set your car up for
Multiple situations.
situations. If the track is not there, you gotta adjust to the track. You don't want to be able to like handicap your car. And so like some of the conversations me and you had, I was like, do we turn it up? Do we turn it down?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? What can the track? And that's one thing we learned with Z. It was like, what can the track take?
Mhm.
Sometimes you might think the track can take it, but it can't. So I want to get to a point where I don't care what track we on. I want to make sure
it go A to B.
It go A to B. So if we got to adjust the suspension, turn the car down so the car can actually go down the track. Because we came out a couple times where it's just knocking the tires.
Don't go nowhere.
Z was like, how you got the suspension set up? What tune are you using? And it been a couple times where it was like, where we first came out, Rob was doing a lot of the talking, so we was missing some stuff. Like he was like, was the car in fucking track mode? And we was like, no. But that's us rushing. Cause there's like the steps. When they say lanes in 7 from other guys, they were like, look, get your car in the lanes at 7, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to
be done. You take your tools, you can take whatever game is, whatever you need.
Whatever.
So I learned that too from watching film where it's like, they was like, yeah, a guy, they had a race at 7 o'clock, but you didn't say race ready at 7. You said in lanes at 7. So that's a step too as well. Like, oh, if he say in lanes at 7, I could do whatever the fuck I want at 7 o'clock as long as I'm in the lanes at 7. So like you seen us waiting for a long period of time. So just basically just making sure you understand the steps at the same time.
That's interesting. Because I did notice that, and I was like, man, this anticipation's fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
Why are we still talking?
And was that part of it, right? Is the anticipation part of it? Does the race master, does they put in stuff like that? Or is it just an unintentional?
It's really more unintentional for the most part. But
some people play games though, right?
100%.
I learned with the Grudge racing, like I told you, Chris, it's basically a hustle. So if they could find a way out the steps, they could try to find a way. Like G Minor.
Yeah.
He was trying to find a way out the steps, but it was like, no, we said, search the car, search the trunk. It was that simple. So you didn't say this person can search my car, or you didn't say the driver and the owner of the car. You just said search trunk, search inside the car. So I can have anybody I want search your car. It doesn't matter who search.
They were gonna have Jack search it. They were gonna have Jack search yours.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were over there.
But what's it matter? So let me ask you.
And that's what I said.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So I'm not paying $2,000 if somebody wants to look at my car. I'm gonna let you look at the car.
Yeah. If you don't have nothing to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't matter who looking at it.
Don't matter who's looking at it.
So does it matter? Or so, and that $2,000 basically says that G Minor's got something to hide.
I mean, like I said, he could have had anybody search our car, and then we wouldn't have been like, no, only he can search it, or he can search it. I mean,
What's the matter?
Yeah.
If you find it, you find it.
Mine's
Man,
online. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, because the crossover is pretty hard. Like Chris's old build is online. It's got all the times. It's got everything on it. My old build's online, and that's okay. It's just getting back into the Grudge scene where none of that's supposed to be there. It's like then they have all the power in the world to put any kind of stipulations they want. This or that. So anybody that's good at stipulations will go look up the car, figure out what it does.
Yep, 100%. Anybody that's racing for any type of money, before they lock in with you, they're doing everything in their power to see what your car run or what's done to it, et cetera, et cetera. Like, perfect example, Chris say he had somebody call him and ask about the red car.
Yeah,
Trump car.
No. There's they're just to see what was up with it and how fast does it actually run. I said, I don't know. I didn't build it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. And even if I did build it, I don't know. What's it matter? So let me ask you something. Okay, so say this. Let's say this carried out, and I did wind up searching G minors, or you guys had anybody search it, and you found something in there that was more than one power adder. What happens then?
I get paid punk out.
Or can you reduce tips?
You can. He's still gonna pay punk out.
But you're gonna pay punk out and then relock.
And then you can relock
the race in.
Okay.
And that's what we were trying to do. It was like, look, if you don't want our person to search your car,
pay punk out and relock us in, relock us back in, same race, and we don't care what's in your car.
We don't care what's in your car.
That's what I told him too. You know what?
Okay.
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
So when they want it all.
So the punk out. So if we would have found it, then that punk out would have had to lose it because we
100%.
called his bluff.
100%.
Okay.
Because we're in the lanes for the race at this point. So
once you're in the lanes, there's no more step talk.
let him
Or is it before you even show up to the track?
Before you even show up to the track.
Steps already done. So when the money is sent, that means both parties are agreeing to
the stipulations that we have.
So we locked in already at that point.
So when you're locked in, you send money to DP and stuff.
Correct.
Damn.
How do you do that? Mail? Venmo?
Yeah.
Venmo, Cash
App, Apple Pay,
So this is all the rookie shit we don't know, guys. So I'm right.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, PayPal me, friends and family.
And that's the thing, because it's like, and we travel so far that we want a good punk out. So we don't want to do no $500 punk out.
Yeah.
If we drive and
It's not even worth racing less than 2,500.
not even worth it. Not even worth. Like it's different. Like if we in our home track, we'll lock in 500. Cool.
But if you're coming to Dallas.
If I'm going anywhere out the state,
yeah.
Anywhere out the state, it got to be like a 2G punk out minimum.
Then you're breaking even.
Minimum. That might cover our gas if you're bearing back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like Chris and I were talking the other day, or today. It was like we were talking about Legion of Demons. It's $900. They're like, man, we just drove to Cali for free. We didn't even just go out and whip some boys. But it all adds up. That's interesting, man.
My concern about doing Grudge racing with me personally is I feel like people may know me.
They gonna know you.
So if they know me and a car that I'm there to race, what's that gonna?
You get
is that gonna make it harder for me to get races because they know?
I mean, we already talked about what you got to do.
Yeah.
So we just gonna do it that way, and we ain't even got to worry about it.
Yeah. So we'll just take care of it that way, because I've been worried about like, oh no, that's Chris. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing this. No. We're done. We're finished. And
that's what we got to put them in a trick bag.
Okay.
It's just like the Challenger. He went out to Alabama asking for a Grudge race. Everybody already seen what your car run. You not getting no Grudge race.
Oh, the Charger,
the black,
the fastest
Charger. So he went out to Alabama. I think he made a post saying something about
if you want a Grudge,
Grudge, you not about to get no Grudge race out there. How what you then showed your time and everybody know how, because basically
that turbo car.
Yeah, turbo car.
Yeah.
And now if we line up, I think that's how when we first came out, we had showed our time at Texas 2K. So they was like, we already know how fast your car is. So if we line up head up and we both go down the track and I beat you, everybody already know how fast your car is. So basically, I'm giving away how fast my car is now because now I just beat you. So,
ooh, didn't think about it.
yeah. So people would be like, well, look, you just showed your time. You got to give us something. That you either got to give us the brake, the back tire.
Ah, man, he got put in the, and he got put in the trick bag.
I got put in the trick bag, come out the first time. God, because I was so excited because I'm like, I know how fast my car went. And they was like, well, you just showed your time. I can't sit next to you head up. So you got to give me something to make it to where, they not going to know how fast my car is. And I'm like, they told me like, look, you come hood close and you give us the brake. So I'm like, my car should be fast enough to give you the brake, blah, 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 blah. And giving somebody the brake
is the worst thing you could fucking do.
What do you mean? Give somebody?
You let them leave. So basically,
okay.
you leave when they car move. And you know, foot brake, overdrive, you got that slight delay.
Yeah.
Giving somebody the brake is a motherfucker. You gotta, and I learned that quick. They was like, you gotta be a bad motherfucker to do it. And it's like, and you typically don't see it, but if you giving somebody the brake, you a bad motherfucker.
I feel you could do it if you got like a 400 car racing an overdrive car, because you know your reaction time is a lot quicker when you let it go.
Yeah.
But with the foot brake overdrive, you know, you probably gonna, the car alone, even if you timed it perfect, it's still gonna be 0.2 in front of you.
Yeah, easily 0.2.
Yeah, easily. And that's what you timing it completely perfect.
Yeah, so you got to make that distance up.
Yeah, so he, you know what I'm saying, that race, he locked it in before he even put it on the table to us, because I would have told him, fuck no.
So what was the best race you've ever had?
I can't really even call that. I can't even really call that.
What's the one that was just tasted so sweet that you were like, fuck yeah?
I'm only gonna say this because the money. We had a $90,000 race, a pot, $90,000 pot race, and it was our first race. We raced his brother. His brother beat us.
Yeah.
Cool. We ended up running a Camaro right after that. We knocked him out, and at that point, we was like, you know what, fuck it. Bring your fastest car. Let's do it. They was already on the property. You know what? Let's do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's give everybody what they want to see.
Yeah.
Man, Chris, my fucking adrenaline was through the roof. Like, for one, what a lot of people don't understand, when it's a lot of money on the line, it's pressure, like a lot of pressure. So it's like, especially $45,000 a side. So it's like, if I fuck up, it's like
on you. You're the single point of failure. You got to get your shit done.
Because we got other team members that we be like, fuck it. Like if I couldn't make an event, my Uncle Rob, he can drive as well. But for instance, he don't want to do nothing like that because he like, fuck that, too much pressure. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. Because like I said, I had to get like, on a big money race like that, I kind of got to sit in the car and prepare myself. So I kind of tune everything out. I sit in the car 5-10 minutes before we race. Don't talk to nobody. I'm just getting in that zone. So, and when we beat them, it took a load off because it was just like, breathe now.
Right.
Like $45,000. Because we didn't, like I say, we didn't got whooped so bad at points, bro. We ain't even want to do this shit no more.
Yeah, I think I was about to sell the truck, trailer.
Peanut at one point, he was like, I'm leaving the truck, the trailer, and the car. Fuck this. I ain't doing it no more.
Y'all, anybody could just come. I'm gonna leave the keys in this motherfucker. Y'all can take everything.
Yeah, like,
I might fly back home.
we done had some days, or you know what I'm saying, I had a race before. We did the sportsman tree, and I ended up going red. Me and this motherfucker was gonna fight to the race.
Yeah, it wasn't. Everybody think it was all. It came out, everything was good because that's basically what they see. But no, me and him had our ups and downs too.
All the time.
Yeah,
we bump heads all the time.
When we first started, it was shaky because we didn't have our shit nice and tight. We were basically like
learning each other.
Yeah, our program wasn't right. It was like
stressful.
Yeah,
stressful is an understatement because, like I said, and when you get two strong people that's, you know, kind of stand on what they stand on, it's like button heads.
Oh yeah, no. So you find a really happy medium where both of you can
correct, and because it's even still to the point where we'll be in the pits and he like, I think I want the shock sarah. I'm like, no, fuck that. Leave it where it said. We're gonna do it again. No, I want to do this. So it's still just like butting heads till we finally come to an agreement on it. And when we come to agreement on it, it work every time.
Really?
It work every time.
It's got to be both of y'all, huh?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be, because it's like, if it's not that, it's not gonna work.
Isn't that wild?
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was that's what I noticed and saw out there was the changes, the communication between, you know, and that's why I didn't interject any of my stuff, because you guys know the data,
Right.
and you guys do all that. So it's like whatever you run with it. And watching you guys do what you do was pretty impressive, because I would have never thought it was at that level of racing.
Right. Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
and like you said, we don't post everything. We let people find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good, because just watching, it seems like you guys just show up, race, collect, and go home.
Correct. Looks easy, man.
There's the homework isn't ever shown. And I think that's pretty cool.
Man, because we do so much homework before we even get there, to where when we there, we ain't gotta.
But that's what makes you guys lethal.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because now we got so much in the program, to where we feel so much more confident. We not like, should we do it? Should we not do it?
You're just like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, load up, let's go.
Uh-huh.
Let's go push that shit in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's awesome, dude.
And so that's where I think a lot of people in their programs will fail at it,
100%.
because they can't get it,
What's intimidating as shit, dude.
or they don't have the right team behind them.
Yeah.
They don't have the right support.
No.
That alone
None of
is for
that.
You can have the baddest motor set up, the best, fastest car, but if it's 50-50, so for instance, I done seen some fast cars go down, but it's a roll of a dice if it's gonna go down the track.
Yep. Gonna go down the track. Yep.
If you roll your dice on if your car gonna go down the track, you're gonna lose every time.
No, that was a good point. We were actually talking about that during lunch, is the elimination factor, right? You got a consistent car that does what it's supposed to do when you let off.
Mm-hmm.
You have a consistent driver that does what he or she does when they line up.
Mm-hmm.
The only other battle is the stipulations.
Yep. So once you get the stipulations down, I think everything will play in place. Another thing too is just like knowing cars, because when you get to the property, it might be somebody else that might try to come up and race you as well. Like
That you don't know nothing about, that you ever seen. He knows every detail on you.
he know every detail on you, and he trying to blind.
He might have been doing that for what, 2-3 weeks.
He know you coming to events, so he like, look, when they get there,
We're gonna draw down on.
we gonna draw down on them. So just trying, basically being prepared for everything, just knowing what races you can race, what races you can't race. And I think that's what I learned too, is like, you're not gonna be able to beat everybody, but you just want to make it to where it's like, okay, I got a chance to beat him, or it should be a good race.
Or if he fuck up in any part,
Yep, I got it.
it's a done data. Done data. Yeah, your car faster, but I didn't treat you.
Mm-hmm.
And my car I didn't beat you to the A. That's the thing. With the 8th mile racing and the quarter mile racing, in the quarter mile, you can give up a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
You can give up a shit ton more. In
You
the
give
8th
up a
mile,
lot.
you have no room for mistake. If you chirp your tire,
Oh, if you lift the front end too much. Anything. Anything but going straight, if that car does
you lift your foot for a quick second just to straighten it up, that can cost you the race. You know what I'm saying? So 8th mile, that's a whole different ball game when it comes to stuff like that. And then, like I say, it's so many different classes as well, which we try to stay in our class. So for instance,
Ooh, classes. Talk to us about what classes are.
I'm gonna go more like I'm gonna say more transmission wise. Now, foot brake overdrive, as everyone knows, there's a slight delay in the reaction time.
So let me ask you this: foot brake overdrive. Does that mean that you have to leave on a foot brake, or does it just mean you have an overdrive transmission?
You have to leave on the foot brake. Have to leave on the foot brake. Now, so for instance, the Power Glide or 400 cars that try to race you, them alone, the reaction time. Because if I'm in the 400 car and I'm racing somebody with a foot brake overdrive car,
I'll kill them.
I'm gonna murder them.
Yeah.
I can have a car that's half second slower, and I still feel like I'm gonna beat them just off me getting off the tree on them. Because it's been a few times where he thought I went red.
Oh yeah. No.
He like,
He's gone. Roll.
Yo. Yeah.
he's like, fuck. But that's why I don't like sport. Me personally, I don't like sportsmen because
So is that part of the stipulation? You mentioned sportsman. I was like, damn.
Do they
Man.
put that in the steps?
yeah, some people.
Sportsmen?
Yeah, some people. I mean, we won't grudge it. We won't grudge race on sportsmen.
Yeah.
What about flashlight? Did they ever do flashlight or?
Nah, not at the track.
No, that's right.
It's on the streets, yeah, but not at the tracks. They don't really do.
We did a flashlight event. It was at Concho Valley. It was like the second week they opened.
Mm-hmm.
No prep, flashlight. It was Big Limpy or Limpy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, we did a lot of street stuff with Limpy out on the West Coast. So, because before I did all the track stuff, I was in the streets with it. I did a lot of street racing.
Yeah, she's gonna get on to you for your bottle.
Did a lot of street racing before that, so we'd have been to the tracks, the streets, so it's all the same for the most part.
So would a overdrive trans with a two-step, is that an advantage?
Yes.
Well, if we were to set up a race between Zilla and you knew that he had a two-step, but an overdrive.
Right.
But your car has a two-step. Yeah.
No.
Built in. It's built into the OEM.
Oh, well.
But they don't use it for the race.
It doesn't matter. It's built in. It's not my problem.
What's the stick?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So if we were talking, we were negotiating. Let's
Nope.
Why? You got a two-step on your car. Why not?
Nope.
Your car, you got two-step.
It's built in.
It's built in, but it works just like mine.
Right. But I mean, it's like.
What year's your car?
It's a 17.
Mine's a 15. Mine's slower, so I need a two-step on mine. Why don't you use your two-step? Let's roll.
Not having it. It's more like, how would I break that down?
See,
Is it seen as an advantage?
It's seen as an advantage.
Okay.
Technically speaking.
See, that's fair. Those Cali guys were bitching for a reason.
Don't get us started on those. Let me hear
Twice. They cry about everything.
Oh, what a joke.
So that whole thing started, we tried to keep it a secret as long as possible.
Right.
We were going to just run up there and get it done.
Yeah, just pull up on me.
Well, because it was their neck of the woods. They were,
They backyard.
yeah, they were like, we're the best. We'll come see the fastest cars. And I'm like, we're going to come. Okay.
They can't even claim fastest cars on the West Coast.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
No, not anymore.
They couldn't before y'all came.
They did. That's exactly what they were saying, man.
Listen, I'm gonna give you out a rundown. We had an issue. I was 4 cars out on them.
I'm a politician, I'm a motherfucking rebel.
The car threw coolant on the tire. I spun the tire.
I saw that race.
It was over. It was over.
It was over at that line.
bar?
Yeah, it was over at the line. I was literally 4 cars out on.
Oh, yeah.
He was making a full steak dinner on the line.
100%.
Cause that was like a minute long.
And that's the one he thought I jumped on. Cause I timed
Because
it
he
so
parked there.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was parked.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn! Like, why the fuck?
What about Mark? Mark's car is the same way, though.
I got a 400.
But it's fast.
So we showed up to do that race.
Oh, which mark?
The white car with the black hood.
Okay, yeah,
From full blown.
I thought Mark was a different car.
That's who we raced. Was it Mark, Tori?
He had like carbon fiber hood and all that stuff on his. Looks like Escobar without
As he flow to.
So hey, I don't know because my rear view is blocked.
Yeah. So they called me. They called me and they were like, "Don't come out here. The track is terrible. They're not going to do any no prep, none of that. Like it's not worth your time coming out here. Don't do it. Stay home." I was like, okay. So we made changes to the car for no prep. I'm like, all right, we're going to do no prep.
Right.
That's fine. Let's go.
Right.
And so we went out there, and the worst thing they ever did to that track was lay glue.
Right.
We came back and we said, "Oh, everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them," because they laid glue. The whole car was set up for no prep. We didn't change a single thing, but when they laid glue, I was like, "It's going down no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go down the track every time."
Yeah.
And sure enough, on two-step, it went all the way down the track every single time.
Sure did.
But they never said anything. They never said that we couldn't do any of that. They never said any of that.
Right.
So no, we went out, ran them. They got mad.
They'll be back. Hey, they got another shot. What, in January?
Man, yeah, good luck.
They think they're coming here to do that.
Good
And
luck.
Escobar says he's coming for the demon. So
See, in that race with Escobar, at that event, we was having problems as well too. And our car wasn't going down the track. It was knocking the tires, shaking it up. And
That's when we was learning the car.
that's when we was learning the car still. And I think Escobar was like, we was like, look, he was like, your car's not going down the track. We having problems, blah, 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 so we not gonna race. And I was like, all right, cool. It wasn't a grudge race, but I think it was the last pass of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And we was all in the lanes. We was basically just going to make another shake. And I was like, man, fuck it. Hold on, Rob, and let's wait for Escobar to get up.
Yeah.
And then I was like, look, you want to race? And he was like, let's do it. And I was like, let's do it. So I told Rob to hold on, and we end up, us and Pablo lined up. But that race wasn't set up. We initially talked about like not racing, but I was like, man, fuck it. Let's just see both cars go.
Let's get the people what they want to see.
Let's get people what they want to see. And I told the track owner or whatever.
Yeah, the little track official.
I told him, I said Pro Tree, and they switched the tree on us.
Yeah, they switched the tree on.
That old dude?
Yeah.
Was that
Not that we wasn't in Arendelle. We was at Formosa. Formosa was in the quarter-mile track.
They switched the light up on us last minute and was like, I asked Pop, I'm like, you want to do Pro Tree or Sportsman?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
He said, well, Pro Tree cool. But as we started getting closer, and about the stage, he told the track official Sportsman. So I had to go make sure he know it's Sportsman, because he thinking it's still a Pro Tree. So I was like, Pablo wanted to do Sportsman. He was like, that's fine. So when the tree started to drop, like he said, I thought he red lit. But I was like, I ain't see no red come on. I was like, oh, he was gone.
What was it? Can you tell?
The light?
Yeah.
It was like a .29 or something.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Off a foot brake.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good. Mm-hmm. That's real good. Who's going to go over lingo with us, man? We need a cheat sheet.
Oh, man.
So anyway, let me tell you why I need to know this. And this might be something we just text back and forth and try to figure out. But I was trying to set up a race with G Minor.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like an idiot because I didn't know what he was sending over. And then he called me out. He's like, you know what I'm talking about. You're just playing dumb. I was like, no, man. I was like, I just race. I want to bring my car. Your car will race.
Right.
So we got wrapped up in that. And I was like, man, this stuff's not on the internet. I can't find this shit anywhere. And so I'm like, all right, pause. We got to figure it out. So I figured out what PA power adder.
Right.
But there was some other stuff. So what are the basics that we need to know? Or is this better? Hey, we'll send you a sheet.
All right. For the most part, it's easy. Foot brake overdrive. One PA.
What's the foot brake? FBOD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they put Pro Tree, and then Pro Tree. I always put Pro Tree Auto Start.
So
And sometimes
Perfect example, Chris. Like Friday when we raced Smurf.
Mm-hmm.
When we went back and watched the video, it was 8.5 seconds. He should have went red.
He should have went red.
But they hadn't started it. They had the remote manually. So when he got set, then they started it. Versus auto start, you got 7 seconds. After 7 seconds,
you're done. Well, that's part of my strategy.
Right here. That's what I'm saying. So it's little things like that can throw people off. Or
so how legit are the track officials, and are they? This is kind of the dark side of it, because money creates problems.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
You slide $5,000 or $10,000 into somebody, that's life-changing money to somebody. But if you got a $90,000 pot, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So you ran into any instances like that where you feel like it's been paid off, or has it been pretty straight?
For the most part, it's been pretty straight. Because when you say auto start, it's like you can't a track official say it.
That one time you see a manual. Well, I mean, like, what goes through your head?
At that point, it's already too late.
That's what I'm saying. You're fucked as a driver. You're like,
So at that point, it's already too late. Just the driver just gotta just be ready to go. The same thing happened with the Cadillac when we double bubbed them. We could do whatever the fuck we want to do. There's no there's no courtesy stage. Like, what do you mean courtesy stage?
It's aggression.
You a fucking 400 car, so
you gonna come on a break soon as you hit it. Soon as you come on the second line.
Just because he lit both the bulbs, his car didn't start. The 7 seconds doesn't start
Until the two balls.
Yeah, until basically 3 balls are left.
Right.
So that's when the timer started. So they was crying about the
He felt like he was in a hurry.
he felt like he was hurt, but you still not in a hurry. If somebody double bubbed us,
I'm sitting there.
he still has time to get ready and get in that first bub. So the second he gets in that first bub,
7.
now he knows the 7 seconds are going to start. So when I went back and watched the film, I've been watching the film on that Cadillac. He likes to, and I told Rob the same thing. I'm like, he likes to bump in quick. So you got to make sure.
So we're going to throw him off his game. So when he told me that, I said, cool, stage me first. Let's make sure we get done and stage me first. So he not setting ready, because after we watched all this film, he always liked the bulb in first.
He liked the bulb.
So I'm going to do any and everything in my mind to kind of throw you off. You know what I'm saying? So with him coming in second, it might be a little different for him.
Right.
Because he probably used to sitting on the brake while the other person coming in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you do that.
Yep. So a lot of that exists in what we do today, right? And some of the timed events, is just getting in people's heads, right? It's like coming up, getting on.
And that's my thing, because I'm going to talk so much shit to you that even if you don't want to race me, by the time I'm get through talking to you, you're going to want to race me.
See, that was what I was saying with Chris, man. I was like, how many times have people just been talked into a back tire, foot brake?
Yeah. Like I say, I'm going to get in your head. I'm going to have you ready to punch me, damn near.
Yeah. Like G Minor, he didn't want to race us because he technically said he know the build and blah, blah, blah. And I guess he was probably just scared of that. We beat his daddy's car. Boot the Lucky. He was on his knees about everything. It was like, oh, I got a stock blower, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, look, I'll give you the back tire in the clear. Now what? I gave you 2 advantages to race my car. And he wanted the brake. He wanted the line head up, and he wanted to lead first. I was like, no, we're not giving you the brake. I'll give you the back tire and I'll give you the clear.
That way you can see.
That way you can see, you know what I'm saying? So giving somebody the back tire in the clear, it's still a gamble. And I was like, that should be fair enough for us to raise. But yeah, if he was smart, he would have just had that race go down. But
Clear meaning you have to be.
It has to be space in between.
Space in between.
The car.
Doesn't matter how much space.
Don't matter to be that much space. As long as you can see some light in between the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's space.
Yeah. So now what you do with that is you make sure you send one of your guys up top.
Just set the camera in one spot. Because if you're moving it, you can't really see. Just set it like that. You can see the space in between the cars as they're going through the traps.
So there's a lot of stuff. Like some people don't like doing that because it can be a problem.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, you argue it. You know,
if you got to argue it.
Oh, that gives you there wasn't no space, and then it's like, and there's a pixel worth of.
So now y'all going back and forth.
Did you actually clear me or you didn't clear me?
Right.
So that's why I like to make sure with a race like that, I'm gonna send my guy up top. That way we got our own footage and not asking the DP man
for their footage.
Because they can say, well, we don't got no footage, and then now it's a whole nother argument. That's an argument. No. My guy's gonna be up top. Somebody gonna be up top.
You send one of your guys up top.
You send one of your guys.
There ain't nothing to talk about.
So if we cleared you or we didn't clear you, we got the footage of what actually happened up top.
So clear, I'm still trying, is that a clear on the big end or
big end?
Yeah, going through the track. So basically going through the finish line. So when your car going through the finish line, you gotta have the space in between the cars. Yeah. So basically, like if you got a photo finish, like from the side, you can see just that little space.
But you can't if you run up him, it's like breaking out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like if you don't clear him, you still lose. You can beat him, but if you don't clear him, you still lose.
That would be okay. It's a hard angle because
you're right here.
You're right here. Then if you was off to the side, you might, as long as you see some space like that, that will technically be a clear. Okay. His angle was just
so foot brake and clear would mean you're leaving on the foot brake and there has to be space between my bumper and your bumper.
Basically, you got to run them down and make sure you beat them. Yeah, it's so many words. I have to beat him like that.
Okay, you got a gapper.
You got a gapper. There is though.
Okay,
You got to gap. It got to be some. It don't matter if it's that much space. It just got
gap.
You gotta see some light. You
gotta see some light in between both cars.
Okay,
yeah,
at the finish line.
that's interesting.
So
but if you don't clear him, you still lose.
You still lose. So basically, the favors are in him,
and he got every advantage possible. But sometimes you got to give something up in order to get action.
Yeah, because you'll have to give that race up. Let's say it's a $5,000 race, but you know there's a 20 grand sitting in the trailer over there.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe you.
But if you know your car's way faster than another car and you're willing to give them the back tire just to clean up, you know, why we do it?
Maybe you ain't all the way in the throttle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a long game. So would y'all say y'all play a longer game, or what? So is the game like, let's say, and this is another thing that we were talking about, because you have to watch, right? I already kind of figured you had to watch the film. But the game that you guys play seems like a longer game. You have a strategy of who you want to race.
Exactly.
Who's been beat, who's been raced. I mean, and so how ancestral does that get? Do you have new players coming in every once in a while?
You all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Okay. So I thought this was like a locked-in boys club.
Every event you're gonna have
somebody new.
Some new cars.
So
for instance, Tim Barth got a lot of cars.
Yeah.
That he finna start doing in the Grudge and hop in the Grudge world with now.
Really?
So a lot of people like Lime Cat.
Okay. Yeah, I know. He's a badass car.
A badass. And he ain't doing clocks no more. So now he gonna be able to be in the Grudge world. And Barth got a few other cars as well coming out that's gonna be in the Grudge world. So each event is gonna be more. I think as time goes, the new gen is just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
So after TX2K though, I'm parking my car.
Okay. Yeah, same.
I'm parking my car. I have a Scat Pack that I've been.
That's badass.
Incognito.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, and I think that's the right thing to do. When you think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you got a build like mine that's online, I mean, we got some other stuff that's coming on. I bet we're gonna go dark on times.
Yeah. That's what you got. That's how I look at it. Like, man, you put all these goddamn money in this cars, get some of your fucking money back.
See, and I said that you and Marlene were sitting in the van, and y'all were like, "Damn, we were just thinking that."
Yeah, we were just talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but you got to put a little in to get it a little out. It's just like business, in anyways.
In every way. But it's just like I tell people, bro. What you put in, you get out.
Right.
It's just gonna be in different form.
Do y'all have like a policy that like there's people y'all don't race that just because you're friends, or you just don't like them?
I ain't gonna necessarily say friends, because friends can get it too. Yeah. So it's like
noted.
You know what I'm saying? It might, like, for instance, like with me and my uncle, we've been going bumping heads forever. You know what I'm saying? We're on the same team, et cetera, but I still push your shit in. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. Like,
you want to keep that competitive.
Yeah, like everybody, like even our own team members. We race our own team members and talk shit to our own team members, but when we race, it'll never be broadcasted.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know what happened.
Right.
But the world don't know what happened.
So do you keep that internalized? Or you go online with a lot of that. The racing like between friends.
Oh no, you'll never. Yeah,
you'll never know.
Outside, if it's not anything outside our circle, you'll never know.
Okay, so there's two competitions. It's who's the baddest in your little circle.
I ain't necessarily gonna say that, but it's like at the same time, men gonna be men. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
at some point.
Yeah. Like
there's gonna be an internal list.
It's like, okay, perfect example. My uncle and my boy Zay. We would talk. It's like me and Peanut versus Rob and Zay, but we on the same team. But we would talk shit to each other all fucking day in the group chat. Like, fuck y'all, line that weak bitch up. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. But nobody would never know.
Right. Okay. So now races outside of that circle. Do you go to social media with those?
Yeah. So I think that's how most of these races get locked in, is basically through the social media.
Through social media. So we hop on the lives. You know, we talk to people.
Who's on the list? Who's on the next? Who's in the sights? Do we got a revenge race we need to go back and get some money?
Y'all already know, for one, what one of the I'm gonna say this, is that California, Long Beach got a Long Beach Performance got a ZL1. Tore my ass up on the street.
Really?
That we came out there, we was like, look, let's see if we can get this car to go down on the street.
Yeah, you know, like I said,
Oh, I did see that.
we
Yeah, I
like
saw that
Chris.
video.
You know,
Yeah,
we like to
I saw
gamble,
it.
bro.
We like to gamble.
We like to gamble. We knew that car got thousands and thousands of fucking hours on the street testing.
Mhm.
That's where they race the ball.
That's a
That's what they do. You know what? Fuck it. We here. Let's gamble.
Yeah. Initially, we wasn't gonna we basically took our track hawk and our truck. So that's basically our street car. And we were just like, let's see if we get the Hellcat to work on the street. So we basically was testing the Hellcat out there. And when they seen the Hellcat out there, they was like, y'all want to try something with our ZL1? We already know what y'all ZL1 could do. We don't know what our Hellcat's gonna do. And like I said, what they try to do is like, they was like, we'll give y'all 5 cars, we'll give y'all 3 cars, or we'll give y'all whatever. And all they trying to do is push us out the prep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they did. And we fell for it a little bit, but we didn't care. We just wanted to see the race. And but they told us, they said, look, if y'all race on the street, we'll race out the track. We'll race out the track.
Ah, okay, so it's fair. So
We ain't heard from them. We ain't heard from them since. Yeah. We ain't heard from them since.
So we got to go back and get that one. Anybody else on the track?
You know, I want Pablo too. We waiting on Pablo every time we say something about it. And the thing is about us,
maybe he got that alternator fixed. What do you think, Chris?
and the thing about us, man, we not racing for free. Pablo want to do it for free.
Yeah.
You can if that's the case, hold your win and
Look, man, as a shop car, I'm just going to say this right now because there was a bunch of excuses and shit like that was after that race. As a shop car,
You better be ready, dude.
as a shop car, you better make sure that your shop car
it's the top performing car you got out there.
In your
It's ready.
backyard.
You know what's crazy? I tell a lot of people, you know, when you going to get work done at performance shops, why the hell would you take your car somewhere where the shop car doesn't perform well?
Well, it just got gapped by another car that's like 5th in line on. Like, that was a huge showing for Chris, man. I mean,
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't care about your excuses. You should not have excuses on why your car failed mechanically. This was your event.
well,
Your name is on the starting line and on the fucking billboard in the parking lot.
Yep.
Why is your car not top notch?
step it up.
I came out here and saw the sign on the billboard. I'm like, God damn.
Yep.
This guy's going to have the whole fucking neighborhood here on the starting line talking shit to us.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about Pablo, I don't think Pablo races his car a lot. So that's the only thing I'll probably give him is like, he doesn't go out and test his car or race it as much as
He needs to.
So
It's because it's broke all the time.
yeah,
But just say that shit. It's fucking broke all the time. He got online talking all kinds of shit.
Oh
Get the
my
fuck
God,
out.
dude. He lit us up after that whole thing, man. But
Hey, get out of here.
I know he loved the little postcard.
Yeah, he burned that bitch. Yeah, he said put a video. Yeah, I sent that postcard. He bought used parts off of Eric, and I mailed them over, and I had that shit printed out just for him.
maybe they come
Most
to
reminder.
if we're just, if they come to Legion, maybe they'll have their shit together. Maybe they can crack the little motor that could.
Yeah. So we'll call out at lead.
Let's do it.
You can do it. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. So why don't if Mark will come back out,
So-
Pablo's coming back out, right?
Yeah. So if you guys will come out, because they'll do no time at Legion.
Yeah.
Would you guys come out to Legion if the money was right from Pablo?
100%.
He says he's bringing $10K to knock the demon off.
He will tell him to bring another $10K to knock a car he didn't already knocked off.
Okay.
TBC, I think Pablo, he wants y'all more than he wants to race us. So I don't know that.
Yeah, he won't try more just because y'all beat him.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is when we beat him, it would have been 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. Pablo more so worried about. He's not worried about us. He want to race y'all. I don't know.
I think it's because y'all got a lot of fast shit coming out of y'all shop. So, y'all name kind of ringing bells. So it's like he got a hard on for y'all.
Yeah.
Was that that parachute at the end on that last race though? Was that just like fucking laying your nuts out?
Yeah.
That basically, yeah.
Because he did it on every single race.
I told him no, because it's like, I'm a real asshole, like I said. So you catch me on the right race, I'll be at the 3:30 in Port.
Yeah, and it's Texas style too.
Yeah, literally.
Rob typically never. I always tell him, I'm like, pull the shoots. I'm tired of fucking changing these brakes on the car. He'd be like, he never pulls the shoot. So the fact that he pulled the shoot, I was like, oh, yeah, he was showing up. Yeah. Because the people they was like, man, you gonna go through breaks hella fast if you're not pulling your chute. Rob never pulls a chute.
Yeah.
So when he pulls the chute,
most of our shit is 8 mile, and we had quarter-mile track, so I got more than enough time to slow down. And nobody want to deal with packing that bullshit, man.
Not this summer.
I asked Grudge, so I said, Chris, you want to pack your chute? He looked at me and was like, nah.
Man, it's late, dude. We gotta go.
You gotta go, man. But there's times you have to.
You got to, yeah. I just feel like, in my opinion, if I'm beating somebody or somebody beat me and I pull a shoot and they pull a shoot on me, I'm be like,
yep, next time.
I'm gonna sock you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, fuck it, we'll take it to, you know, I'm mad, I'm gonna take it to the trailer, but I always look at that like,
Yeah, next time.
that, you know, coming up, I was always like, your car got a parachute on. He's like, fuck, you a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So when I get the opportunity,
Yeah.
Those boys were mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
oh, you should have seen them I seen the video after at the starting line.
Mad.
Yeah, have your shit ready.
And the crazy part, I tried to, when he was driving by, I tried to, you know,
Yeah.
give him some knuckles. He didn't even want to look at me. I'm like, damn, I can't get no knuckles. He's like,
He said he'll run it back, and he said he'll come to us. So I want to see if that's true or not. If he
Yeah,
was,
we
I'm
had
saying,
that before.
I know our track is a little bit down that way, while we don't get a lot of girls racing out there. It's like we racing on NHRA track, so
They're a
they
lot more strict.
That's why my car has a cage and has all this stuff, because the track itself
Wouldn't even be able to race it.
we wouldn't be able to race it.
Fast.
Or they'll
kicked out and banned.
banned and all the other stuff. So that's why I put all the safeties in and stuff. But for the most part, I built the car for him. Like, I got the cage installed. It wasn't Rob sat in the seat to get everything adjusted to him. But
It's a nice gig.
I'm just a hired driver.
yeah,
That's okay, man. I mean, it works out. So it's all about a partnership, and props to both of y'all for thinking outside of yourself, first of all, to see how you can work better together, because you guys have something going here. So that's really fucking special, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Because like when the car was full boat on, like I said, we let him drive the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, you make a pass first. You make a pass first, so we could just kind of see the difference. I think when it was years ago, so he made his first pass. I think it went like 10-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I get in the car went like 9-6.
I was like, man, it felt fast to me.
Amazing.
It was
amazing.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's okay, man.
Well, good.
So,
Any races you got coming up or no?
no, we ain't got nothing on the board. I think this might have been the last event for the year, unless, you know, something come out. We talk to somebody, or, you know, we call somebody out, somebody call us out, because that's the thing. Our slogan is, we travel.
Yep.
So that's our hashtag. We go anywhere. It's been all the way from Phoenix to South Carolina, from LA to South Carolina. We done been a little bit of everywhere in between. So
Nice.
that's the thing. So when it comes to us, one thing about us, for one, you can't buy yourself out of race. So a lot of people try to buy themselves out of race. So for instance, if you know my car faster than yours, but you know you got more money than me, you're gonna be like, fuck it, let's do it for $50,000. Let's do it for $50,000.
You'll find it.
The average person can't come up with $50,000 to race for. So it's like, I guess we're not gonna race. And you're gonna be so set on that number because you like, I know you can't come up with $50,000, so I know I ain't gonna have to race you.
Yeah.
So yeah, people say $50,000 to us, we like, we'll be there tomorrow.
Okay.
See you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you can't buy yourselves out of race.
I like that. So those are two really cool. So what was the first one again?
The Stips.
No, you said it for you guys. You said you can't buy yourself out of the race, and you can't. Oh, we travel.
Yeah.
Love that, dude.
That's what I'm saying, because that's traveling is one of the biggest things, because a lot of races not gonna happen because two parties aren't willing to travel. If the money makes sense, we will come to your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was getting at. Is we're in an area where there's quite a few tracks and a lot of stuff goes down the type.
Y'all in a perfect spot to go
Anywhere in the world.
anywhere. Y'all right in the dead center. So y'all could go left, y'all could go right, y'all go to Cali, y'all could go to Louisiana.
And it's all gonna be the same distance.
It's all gonna be the same distance to where us.
Everything, we ain't going nowhere on the West Coast.
Cali.
Yeah.
We don't even really go there because it ain't enough action how we want it.
Right.
So every time we racing competitively, it's Texas or more south. You know?
Okay.
We at least got to come to Texas.
14 hours
At minimum.
at minimum.
We got to go 14 hours at minimum.
Dude, I don't.
We drove 28 hours to South Carolina.
I've done those trips, but man,
Fucking suck.
Yeah.
what do you think, Tori? You ready for another 28-hour trip?
Nah.
Can we hire y'all to just drive our shit?
Because I don't even know anybody that would take that job. It's a beat up.
It's brutal.
Dude. It's
brutal.
fucking a beat up.
And like coming back we had more people going to South Carolina than coming back. So coming back, it was just me and him driving. So we just had to split it up every every gas trip. We just swap.
Yep.
Versus us having 3-4 drivers usually.
Yeah.
But a trip like this, we could do that with our eyes closed.
Yeah.
So we say 14 hours. We're like, yeah, let's go.
Let's
We could plan that the night before. You know what I'm saying?
We thought we drove a lot, man. These guys.
This year alone, bro, we got
over 100 hours on the road. All the miles. That's a brand new truck.
he had that truck a year. All highway miles. He got like 27,000 miles.
Oh yeah, brand new truck.
That's the only time we really drive it is when we go on the road.
If you look at the tow, it's gonna say
the trailer miles versus the regular miles. It might be like 1,000 miles.
difference. Yeah. So it's just, basically, they gonna be like, damn, you just trailer. That's always trailer. The
Well,
whole
no, they're
car.
great trucks to tow with.
Yeah. It's crazy because they was like, "Go, you need to go get a." Rob was like, "You need to go get your own fucking truck. I'm tired of fucking."
That's what it was at first.
That's what it was.
That's what it was at first. Because I'm fucking man.
Yeah.
Every time we go somewhere, it's like my truck. I'm like, look here, motherfuckers. Yeah, you got a race car. Go buy your trailer now and go buy your truck.
Yeah.
He went and got both of them.
Yeah.
And now, because this motherfucker couldn't drive a truck and trailer to save his life.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't drive a truck or a trailer.
Peanut.
So,
no.
He couldn't at first,
Okay,
but now,
you got it now,
a little bit.
You got it.
he like a good C student driving now on the truck. He can drive the truck. It's just reversing.
Reversing, I cannot.
Reversing.
Yeah.
Even with that little pro trailer, I got a skirt on. But
I only done
do
that.
you use that?
I ain't never even used it, no. I never even used it.
What is it? That little.
They do everything on your own.
If you want me to wreck, I will use that.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up it is.
And then he was so set on a fucking dually for a 1-car trailer. I'm like, what the fuck you need a dually for?
Yeah.
I need a dually. I gotta have a dually. Motherfucker went and bought a dually.
Yeah.
It looks good though.
It does. I like the back end.
I'm not a Ford guy myself, man. I got a Duramax.
I wasn't either till a while ago.
I got a Duramax.
No, yeah. When I got the truck, they was like, we told you go get a fucking regular truck to pull the trailer. We didn't say go get this big ass semi. I was like, well, we ain't gonna have no problem pulling nothing.
Oh yeah, and we're comfortable. So that's right. Well, we got to.
I'm just saying, I dragged his ass when we had 1 car on the trailer, 1 car on the trailer.
We was.
That's all I'm saying. When we were both.
But you're
I
not.
had to
You're
track
not.
off.
Are you stock? No.
I'm stock. I ain't did nothing to it yet. Stock.
LP. Just
L5P.
L5P stock.
Yeah, but is that an HO?
Yeah.
Is that an HO truck?
I don't know.
Is it the
I don't
red
know.
6.7?
Yeah, it's I don't know if he got the high output one though.
That's how it is.
See, even worse, Chris. Even worse.
Wow. Yeah, the HOs. I mean, I have an HO. That's
Man.
nice.
So you pulled that
I was
trailer car.
We both got
Your Duramax
open. We
pulled
both
that.
got one
No.
open single.
Put me in the fucking seat of that thing.
We both
You
got-
drive your
listen.
car. You drive that
Listen.
truck. I'll drive that truck. I promise you that truck
Yeah.
will drag that Duramax.
Something's
Done.
right.
Done.
All right.
Stop.
You know
Put
what?
the steps there.
You know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. Chris first grudge race. We got truck and trailer. I'm gonna whoop Chris ass.
Let's see which one tow better.
We
I
gonna
bet
see
you that
what's
Ford
up.
out-towed
We
that
gonna see
Duramax all
what's
day.
up. We gonna see what's up.
Yeah, shit. First race. There
It's
we
got
go.
me fucked
Shit,
up.
a year ago, he'd have been spitting on games like he's like, oh my God, Dodge is the best. Dodge is
Oh
the best.
man,
And
not
now
with them shit transmissions.
No, my
No.
God, dude, they're gone. So.
Garbage.
Yeah.
It was best. Dodge made good cars, not trucks.
Well, guys, thanks for coming by and teaching us a little bit. We're going to be in your ear for a bit.
We here for it, man. Like I told Chris, man.
Yeah, we're going to be out. We're going to
we
be
got
out.
his back. Chris, he was able to get his feet wet and kind of see how everything worked and look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like I said, the little things, you just got to learn all the small things from steps.
I was paying more attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
And until we were walking back, they said, Chris, they were scared of you. Like, they didn't want you to check the car. I'm like, that's what that shit was?
Literally, I just don't understand the fact. If you have nothing to hide, I don't give a fuck who searched the car.
Right.
I had no idea that I was a topic of the conversation until after we were walking back.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
It was just the rival shop couldn't search the car, but It's not like you're opening the hood.
We got the same. Everybody got the same.
Everybody in the moped world got same similar
stuff. So it's like
I could hear his car and know what's done to that car, and I know it's not a stock block. You can't fool my ear. I'm in this game. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can't fool me.
That was pretty efficient.
You should have just let us look. Because if you're gonna race one of our guys, that's gonna be on the steps.
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
look, yeah.
What's the
That's what I
difference?
said. I didn't understand that because it's like, okay,
What's
cool.
the difference?
When you say rival shops, cool. When rival shops race and y'all agree on one power adder, who the fuck you think gonna search your car?
Right. It ain't gonna be me.
That's what I'm saying. Who you think's gonna search your car?
That's
It's no different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. Thank you guys. I appreciate you coming out. Have a safe trip back to Arizona.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll see you 2K.
Keep kicking ass.
Yeah, or in January maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they got another Grudge racing event probably January. They call it the Super Bowl.
Where?
That's what I don't know.
We're just waiting on them to get all their information together.
Get their information together.
We definitely gonna make that wherever that's going.
Where do we go to stay in the know? Your lives?
Well, no, I mean we be on the lives. Yeah, we send you to like the main people.
The main people who get on, and that way you can you'll be able to get on and kind of like
you find out who racing, like where the event.
Yeah,
like,
you'll see that you'll know,
and you'll pick up so much just from watching it.
Just from watching,
you'll pick up on so much information because it's like you have to be
in tune.
You have to have knowledge of what's going on for the most part
Okay.
in order for you to be able to compete.
Let's do it.
Yep.
And get paid.
Send that over. We're gonna do it.
Get some other people watching. It'll be great, man. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming out.
No problem.
We'll see you.